Let's call on our starting lineup from our Lady Eagles of the Ateneo de Manila University. Wearing jersey number 1, Ariel Patnongon. At number 2, Eliza Valdez. Wearing jersey number 3, Gretchen Hall. At number 6, Z Hervasio. Wearing jersey number 12, Jem Ferrer. And our team captain with jersey number 15, Phil Kainlet. Libero, number 13, Denden Lazaro. Head coach, Mr. Parley Tupaz. Calling on our air women from the Instep Philippine Air Force. At number 3, Jennifer Manzano. And jersey number 4, Wendy Ann Semana. At number 9, Liza De Ramos. And jersey number 11, Cherry Rivera Makatangay. At number 13, Aiza Maizo. And their team captain with jersey number 15, Amy Divina Gracia Blanco. Libero, number 16, Connie Wesso. Head coach, Mr. Dong de la Cruz. The best of luck to both teams.
Right, there you have it, the lineup of the Air Force. Of course, the Ateneo squad. Familiar names for you, and you've got Makatanga, you've got Maizo, you know, and she was introduced, you know, the fans of Aiza, yeah, just made, you know, made her feel that she's very much welcome, and they like to see her play with this Air Force squad. And like what we said, ito pong Ateneo squad at the top of the pack, still undefeated, 2-0. And of course, itong Philippine Air Force, they want to get their first win, of course, today. You know why? Because sabi nga namin ni Ann, dun sa 7 teams, there's gonna be one that's gonna be left out.
That's right. So we're only taking in 6 to come in dun sa ating quarterfinals, and that's why it's very important for them to, you know, at this point already get a win.
Of course, alam naman natin yung the other squad, Perpetual, yan yung makakalaban nila for that final slot at the rate things are going. So, you want to make sure that you're safely in as early as possible. Of course, yung Ateneo, we know that they have a lineup that they've had and they will have for the future tournaments of their university. So, ito matagal na tong nagkakalaro, magkakasama.
That's right. And you know, for this conference, they actually chose to have a solid all Ateneo lineup. And I think that, you know, they would really greatly benefit from that.
Zero, too wide. And Aiza Maizo, as we all know, played for UST before. She's now playing for the Philippine Air Force, but sometimes it takes time, you know, for the rest of the team to get used to her brand of play, to what she's capable of, to what kind of set she wants, to what kind of defense she could help out with. So, yan yung masyadong nakakabisado ng Philippine Air Force.
That's right. So, you know, through time and of course through more trainings together with the team, that's something that they'll get also.
Well, Cherry Makatangay able to score in that play. Shakey's, if it's fun, family pizza, it's gotta be Shakey's. Ang tawag ko nga dito kay Cherry Makatangay, C-Mac.
C-Mac.
Cherry Makatangay.
For sure.
C-Mac.
C-Mac for
Parang
short.
T-Mac sa basketball. C-Mac. 3-2. Air Force with a 1-point lead. And Patnongon, Ariel, serving. She had 10 points in the previous game. Of course, she got 2 blocks and 3 service aces. Alisa, dug up by Semana.
I gets another point, and I think that the Philippine Air Force right now is off to a good start. Now, how yung challenge dito is how they will sustain the same intensity.
Exactly. We've known the Air Force team to really start out really strong, really dominate the early parts of the opening set. Yun nga, yung tama yung tanong mo, can they sustain it? That's a big question mark.
And I think if there's anything that Ateneo has as an advantage over the Philippine Air Force is the fact that in terms of endurance, because of course, syempre, mas kakayanin kung pahabaan ng labanan.
Correct.
So, kailangan unahan ng Philippine Air Force.
That was Manzano attacking from the middle. Phil Canglet dug up by Recio. Ami Guanco, a former national player, blocks Canglet.
It doesn't go through. Nabibi yung last attempt from Ho.
And look at the blocking of the Air Force. Controlling the offense of Kainglet and Gretchen Ho. 5-3. Air Force with the lead. The new Mikasa MBA 300 is the new official game ball of the Shakey's V-League Season 8. More intense rallies, more thrills, the Mikasa MBA 300. Semana to Maizo.
Go for that attack. And nakikita mo yung mga tao na really appreciating that move from Maizo.
Who would ever think that you would see Semana setting up to Maizo?
I
diba?
know.
Dati magkaaway talaga tong
EU and
UST. Nice reception from Lazaro. Phil Kainglet, dug up by Recio. They go back to Aiza. Off speed. The block is there. That's too close. Zihar Vasho, dug up by Semana. Manzano to Maizo.
She gets another point. No, she doesn't.
Nice defense by Lazaro, the libero of Ateneo. They go back to Aiza.
She babied that one too much. And endangered, she was too far away from the net.
And she knew that she made the wrong decision, She was hitting pretty well with those power hits. Why change it up? 6-4, the Air Force with the lead.
Very clear just from the throw of the ball,
Layo eh.
Layo, hinabol niya yung bola.
Hinabol niya. And that's the risk there, for that jump serve. Kailangan consistent yung toss-up mo ng bola.
Kaya sa training, pati yung mga coaches, they really train. Kina-practice talaga, repetition.
Gretchen Ho not able to pick some spin. And look at the score.
Wow.
8-4 is the Air Force on top here in set number 1. Look at the games on Thursday. We've got a triple header at 2 p.m. It's, of course, the Philippine Navy going up against Ateneo de Manila. There's going to be a 4 p.m. match after that. The University of Perpetual Help going up against the Philippine Army. And our last match at 6 p.m. is the Maynilad going up against the Lady Stags of San Sebastian. Let me turn you over now to Rina with her first courtside report. Rina, what's up?
Yes, have you guys heard of a saying that records are meant to be broken? So is the Philippine Air Force team ardent desire to make a statement in today's ball game. Now, the key for them is simply show leadership inside the court, show flexibility. They must be able to be dynamic, and above all, exhibit wise discretion at all times. A lot has been going on for them. Like, for example, they tackled about their advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is the experience and the height. The disadvantage is the Lady Eagles moves faster around the court. Secondly, they talk about the strengths and weaknesses. Yung at attacking naman ang nagiging weakness nila. Kaya nga, they are trying a new rotation in today's ball game. They are putting Jen Manzana in the center and Ami Guanco as their left wing attacker. And hopefully, this will work out for them. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Rina.
So far, I think it's working.
Yeah, that's right, Anne. And so far, like what Rina has said, yung focus nitong mga Philippine Air Force is to make the proper decisions and yung sabi nga niya yung tamang basa sa bola because alam nila lamang sila doon sa experience when it comes to reading those plays, no? Keep that in mind. Yun ang sabi ni Coach Ariel de la Cruz. Semana, back set to Maizo, off speed again. Phil, off speed of her own. C-Mac with the save.
Oh, Maizo sends it straight into the net.
And these are the things that they have to adjust to. Aiza Maizo getting used to the sets of Wendy
In fact, Aiza Mice, if you'd watch her before, she rarely commits.
Yeah, those kinds of
error.
net spikes, you know. Gretchen Ho with the serve.
Maizo hammering it through.
Lakas ng palo. You can hear it from World War C. Let's see if they give it back to her. Running forward.
That one is in. And you can see Semana, the effort of Semana to really distribute the balls. A while ago, a lot of the sets were given to Maizo, but this time around, andun yung effort.
These veterans of the Philippine Air Force are making me think. And they're making me, you know, tell Anne that Anne will definitely have her chance. Matapang si Anne, ha? Hindi ako, ha?
Akala ko chance mo.
And then,
Parang pag-asa.
Ayan, ikaw, tingin ko pa. Let me talk to the coaches and see what I can do, okay?
Pwede ako tagapulot ng bola, tagapunos ng pawis. Look at Cherry Makatangay. You know, you can feel a different, you know, kind of intensity from the Air women.
You know what? After the first week of competitions, and they probably heard it from the fans and from, of course,